Most people look at a warehouse club like Costco and see an infinite cornucopia. They see endless aisles, concrete floors, and steel racks piled 30 feet high with American abundance. They are entirely wrong. Costco is not a cornucopia. It is a highly tuned mathematical equation. It is a single node in a just-in-time logistics network that relies on thousands of diesel trucks rolling down interstate highways every single day. The moment there is a hiccup in that network, a port strike in Los Angeles, a severe winter storm shutting down the Midwest, or a targeted cyber attack on a freight dispatch system, that equation breaks. When the math breaks, the shelves do not empty evenly. The masses do not act rationally. They panic. They buy blindly. They fight over the wrong things. This isn't about the apocalypse. I do not care about doomsday scenarios or bunker fantasies. This is about a Tuesday when a regional power grid fails. This is about a localized supply chain disruption that leaves your local big box store crippled for 2 weeks. Costco understands the analytics of panic better than you do. If you pay attention to warehouse purchasing limits and historical supply chain velocity during a crisis, a clear, predictable pattern emerges. Preparedness is not paranoia. Preparedness is just making decisions before the crowd is forced to make irrational ones. Stay until number 1, because the item that disappears fastest will change how you look at supply chain physics forever. Number 9, bulk white rice. Most people trying to be responsible assume brown rice is the superior choice because of dietary fiber and micronutrients. They buy 10-pound bags of brown rice, throw them in the back of the pantry, and feel prepared for an emergency. That is exactly why they fail. Brown rice contains the bran layer. Bran contains natural oils. When exposed to oxygen and ambient temperatures, oils oxidize. Oxidation means rancidity. Your brown rice has a shelf life of about 6 months before it starts to turn bitter and rot. White rice, however, has had the bran mechanically stripped away. No fat means no oxidation. No oxidation means no deterioration. It just sits there quietly waiting. If kept dry and away from pests, white rice will easily outlive you. Furthermore, in a high-stress scenario, your body burns through glucose rapidly. You do not need a complex digestive process. You need immediate caloric energy. Do not buy small bags. Buy the 50-pound bag of Kirkland or Mahatma white rice. It costs roughly $25. That is an astonishing 3,200 calories per dollar. Do not leave it in the original paper sack. Go to a local hardware store, buy food-grade 5-gallon buckets with Gamma Seal lids, and store the rice in a cool, dark closet. Number 8, bulk over-the-counter analgesics. The average American buys medication only when they already feel sick. They go to the local pharmacy, pay an absurd 400% markup for a 24-count blister pack of name-brand pills, and consume it over 3 days. They treat pain relief as an on-demand utility. Look at the global pharmaceutical supply chain. The United States relies heavily on overseas manufacturing, specifically in China and India, for active pharmaceutical ingredients. If maritime shipping is disrupted, the raw materials to make ibuprofen simply stop arriving. Physical labor increases exponentially during a crisis. If you are clearing tree limbs after a hurricane in Florida, or shoveling heavy snow after a grid failure in Texas, you will experience severe muscle inflammation. A minor headache or a twisted ankle degrades morale and destroys your decision-making capacity. Unmanaged pain is a massive liability. Go to the pharmacy section of Costco today. Buy the Kirkland Signature 1,000-count bottles of ibuprofen and acetaminophen. They cost about $12 to $15 each. Keep one of each in your primary medicine cabinet and a backup set in a cool, dry bin. People obsess over expiration dates, but understand that the FDA has conducted extensive shelf life extension programs showing most solid pill medications retain over 90% of their potency years past their printed date if kept away from heat and moisture. Number 7, heavy-duty contractor bags. People assume trash bags are only for taking lightweight packaging to the curb. They buy the cheapest, thinnest kitchen bags available because they view them as a disposable afterthought. When the grid goes down, the water treatment plants often stop pumping. When the municipal water pressure drops to 0, your toilets stop flushing. The CDC and FEMA data on this is crystal clear. In the aftermath of a major disruption, infectious disease and poor sanitation kill more people than the initial kinetic event. You must have a secure way to manage human waste, rot from a dead refrigerator, and contaminated materials. Cheap 0.9 mil bags will tear, leak, and create a biohazard in your living room. Beyond sanitation, heavy-duty bags are raw, waterproof material. They can patch a broken window, waterproof a backpack, or act as an improvised poncho in freezing rain. Buy the 200-count box of Kirkland Signature 13-gallon kitchen bags for around $20. Then, drive to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy a box of 3 mil 42-gallon contractor bags for $30. Keep them in the garage. They do not expire, they take up minimal space, and they solve sanitary nightmares you do not want to think about. Number 6. Bulk cooking oils. When a severe storm is forecasted, Americans rush the store and clear out the meat aisle. They obsess over protein. They buy expensive steaks, chicken, and ground beef, completely ignoring the most dense, critical macronutrient for human survival: fat. Protein is highly inefficient for immediate energy. It provides 4 calories per gram and takes significant metabolic energy and water to digest. Fat provides 9 calories per gram. If you are living on a pantry diet of dry rice, beans, and canned vegetables, you will suffer from rabbit starvation, protein poisoning, if you do not consume adequate fats. Fat triggers satiety. Fat is required for your body to absorb essential vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Furthermore, cooking oil makes basic, bland food palatable. Palatability fatigue is a real psychological phenomenon. If your food tastes like wet cardboard for 5 days straight, your family's morale collapses. Buy the large 3-liter jugs of Kirkland extra virgin olive oil and a gallon of standard canola oil for frying and baking. A 2-pack of bulk oil will cost you roughly $35. Oil does go rancid eventually. The solution is simple mathematics. Integrate it into your daily cooking and rotate it. Use the oldest bottle first and always keep the reserve full. Number 5. Canned proteins. Most modern consumers view canned meat as a relic of the past or poverty food. They think it is packed with strange preservatives and assume they will just live on peanut butter and high-tech protein bars. Protein bars expire, melt in the heat, and cost a fortune. Peanut butter goes rancid. Canned meat is a miracle of physics and thermal processing. Food is sealed in a sterile container and heated to extreme temperatures under pressure, destroying all microorganisms. The FDA explicitly states that canned goods, as long as the structural seal is undamaged and they are kept at moderate temperatures, will remain safe to eat indefinitely. In a summer power outage, your freezer thaws completely in 48 hours. That $300 of premium beef is toxic garbage by day 3. Canned chicken and tuna require 0 refrigeration, 0 cooking fuel, and 0 preparation. They offer high-quality, bioavailable protein that can be eaten straight from the tin in the dark. Costco sells 6-packs of large canned Kirkland Signature chicken breast and 8-packs of albacore tuna for about $15 to $20. Buy 3 packs of each. Stack them under a bed or at the bottom of a closet. At roughly $3 a can for pure, shelf-stable protein, it is an unbeatable, zero-maintenance insurance policy. Number 4. Unscented liquid bleach. The amateur prepper buys 10 gallons of bleach, sticks it in a hot garage, and thinks they have sterilized their home for the next decade. This ignores basic chemistry. Household bleach is a solution of sodium hypochlorite, usually around 5 to 6%. Sodium hypochlorite is highly unstable. It degrades rapidly when exposed to heat and ultraviolet light. If you store bleach in a garage that hits 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, it will lose 20% of its active ingredient in a matter of months. Give it a year, and you are essentially left with slightly salty water. Yet, fresh bleach is non-negotiable for survival. According to the EPA, just 8 drops of regular unscented liquid bleach will purify 1 gallon of clear, questionable water, destroying viruses and bacteria. It prevents toxic mold outbreaks on wet drywall after localized flooding. Do not stockpile a lifetime supply. Buy the standard 3-pack of Clorox, specifically unscented, standard formula, no splashless gels or floral scents, for about $15. Keep it in a cool, dark laundry room. Write the date of purchase on the jug with a black marker. Every 6 months, use the old jugs for normal household cleaning and buy a fresh pack. Number 3. Instant coffee. People trying to build an emergency pantry consider coffee a luxury. They prioritize survival food and completely ignore neurochemical stimulants. They assume they will just drink lukewarm water and tough it out. Human psychology and physiology do not care about your rugged intentions. Approximately 70% of American adults consume caffeine daily. If you abruptly stop, your central nervous system rebels. You will enter acute withdrawal within 24 hours. The clinical symptoms include severe throbbing headaches, profound lethargy, irritability, and heavy brain fog. In a high-stress scenario where you need to calculate risks and make critical decisions regarding your family's safety, a blinding caffeine withdrawal migraine is a dangerous handicap. Furthermore, a hot cup of coffee is a profound psychological anchor. It provides a sense of routine and normalcy when everything outside the house is chaotic. You won't be running your expensive espresso machine during a blackout. Buy the large 12-ounce jar of Folgers or Nescafe instant coffee. It costs about $10. It requires nothing but hot or even cold water to dissolve. It has a shelf life of years if kept tightly sealed and dry. Put it in the back of the cupboard and forget about it until the morning you desperately need it. Number 2, dry pet food. I constantly hear people say, if things get bad, the dog will just eat what we eat. I'll feed them table scraps. There will be no table scraps. In a true supply chain disruption, human caloric intake becomes highly guarded. You will not be casually tossing an 800-calorie steak to your golden retriever. Furthermore, canine and feline digestive systems require specific macronutrient balances. Feeding a 60-pound dog a sudden, erratic diet of white rice and canned tuna will quickly result in severe gastrointestinal distress. Dealing with a sick, vomiting animal while you are already trying to manage a household crisis without running water is a nightmare. A hungry, stressed dog becomes unpredictable. A loud, anxious dog draws unwanted attention. Your pet relies on you for 100% of its logistics. If the supply chain snaps, the pet food aisle is emptied in hours by panicked owners realizing they only have a 2-day supply left at home. If you own a pet, the rule is absolute. You must always possess one full, unopened bag of dry food in reserve. When you open the reserve bag, you immediately go to Costco and buy the replacement. A 40-pound bag of Kirkland Signature dog food costs roughly $35 to $40. Store it in a heavy-duty, airtight plastic bin to prevent rodent intrusion and moisture damage. Number 1, toilet paper and paper towels. People laugh at the toilet paper panics. They mock the people hoarding the 30-roll packs of Kirkland bath tissue on the evening news. They assume it is just sheer, irrational stupidity. It is not stupidity. It is supply chain physics. Toilet paper disappears first, not because it is the most vital item for human survival, but because of its physical volume. It is highly inefficient to transport. A standard 18-wheeler truck has a fixed amount of cubic footage. You can fit tens of thousands of bottles of aspirin on a single pallet. You can fit immense amounts of rice on a truck because it is dense. Toilet paper is mostly air. A single 30-pack of Costco toilet paper takes up massive shelf space. Therefore, the store only carries a limited number of units at any given time compared to their daily customer base. If a store has 500 packs of toilet paper in stock and 250 average customers suddenly decide to buy 2 packs instead of 1 because they saw a scary headline, the shelf is instantly empty. This creates a psychological cascade. The next customer walks in, sees a 40-foot aisle completely bare, and their primitive brain registers scarcity. Panic sets in. The next time a pallet is rolled out, they buy 3. The supply chain cannot quickly replace low-margin, high-volume items. The mathematics of logistics dictate that bulky paper goods are mathematically guaranteed to be the first visual indicator of a supply chain collapse. Do not be part of the panicked mob fighting over Charmin. Play the math before the math plays you. Buy 2 of the 30-roll packs of Kirkland toilet paper and 2 12-roll packs of paper towels today. It will cost you about $45 total. Stack them on the very top shelf of a closet or out in the garage. They do not expire. They are immune to temperature changes. You will eventually use every single roll anyway, meaning the true long-term cost of this insurance policy is exactly $0. Preparedness is not about digging a hole in the ground and hiding from the world. It is simply the act of applying basic math, chemistry, and logic to your daily life. The people who scramble at the last minute pay a massive premium in stress, time, and money, and they usually end up with the wrong supplies anyway. By understanding the physics of logistics and the psychology of the crowd, you remove yourself from the equation of panic. You buy time, and time is the most valuable asset you can possess in any crisis. Look closely at your own shelves right now. Which of these 9 fundamental items are you currently completely out of, and what is your logical excuse for not fixing it this weekend? Let me know your plan in the comments.